bet you any money
Yes,
that
Charles.
Charles is this nigga's father,
He's
bro.
fine. Sacrifice? Don't you talk to me about sacrifice, Charles. I had to send my son back to the island, knowing full well that...
That's my son too, Eloise.
Just cut his dick off. That's what I would have done. Shit, if
You
I was Norman...
it.
Tu sei una carteggiani?
Se volete dircela così.
Io pensavo che mio figlio se ne fotteva. Federico prima. Tu sei più buono col gioco mio. Are you ready?
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. It's your boy Terabyt Reacts here, back with another reaction to MADMEN. Let the madness begin, man. So somebody has really given me a great perspective on watching the MADMEN and what it's not necessarily what it's all about, but it's a show, really, as I described it. You know, there's no real goal except for the fact that you just got to watch these characters develop and what you're doing and what you're choosing to do and all of this other stuff. So this is not necessarily about a specific storyline that you're following. It's more of like these characters and watching them grow from one person to the next and all of this other stuff. And you know, the story itself is the characters. You get what I'm saying? It's the characters. It's the character growth. What do they grow to do? How do they behave in certain situations? Whatever the situation is, right? So that's where, you know, the point of view that they were trying to get me to understand about this show. As I'm watching this, about to watch this new episode right now, you know, the MADMEN has premiered on the channel. And you know, it's not doing too well. You know what I'm saying? I'll be the first to say what's happening. If you guys look at my MADMEN views, it's not doing too well. You know what I'm saying? It takes a whole week to get 100 views. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it on YouTube. I'm gonna be honest. If you are watching this intro, that simply means that I did keep it going. You know, I don't know. Not a lot of people seems like they have watched MADMEN. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have it per se. If it does have a cult following, it's probably not on YouTube, or people just don't look for reactions to MADMEN. But I'm definitely gonna watch this show all the way through. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what the decision is in the future. But if you do happen to see this intro on YouTube, that simply means that I did decide, because it's only like 2 episodes as of me sitting down here on YouTube currently. So we'll see if it picks up over time. You know, I already know I'm not gonna get a shit ton of views for the stuff that I do. I'm trying to move over to doing like more current shows that are going on, you know, so not to poison the well, if you will. You know what I mean? Because that's something that I don't really do. I don't really keep up with the new shows or whatever that comes out that is hot. And you know, I'll just see what happens, and you know, and we'll go from there. But in any case, guys, if you want to see more episodes of MADMEN, by the time you're watching this episode, you know what to do on Patreon, man. Go check out the Patreon. We should be way ahead, maybe even finished by the time you guys get here. We're in season 2 right now, so it's just awesome time, right? Just awesome times, man. But let's jump into the reaction. I will see you guys right after for the review.
You hear about Marilyn? Poor thing.
Oh, that was Marilyn Monroe.
It's very upsetting.
Can't say I'm surprised. A few things I know about her.
You just don't imagine her ever being alone. She was so famous.
Some
Oh,
people
really?
just hide in plain sight.
We're lucky Playtex didn't go for that Jackie Marilyn campaign. We'd have to pull everything indefinitely. I've never taken pills, even when I had a headache.
Why are you guys crying over Marilyn? Are you serious?
You need to go home?
No, of course not.
What?
There was a bit of confusion last night. I think I made a terrible mistake.
What happened?
Your daughter called and asked when you would be back from your business trip because her mother wasn't sure. I said Wednesday. I know I should have said I don't know.
Mrs. Draper is working out some things.
I understand.
It goes without saying that this is personal. And I'd appreciate you keeping it that way.
Of course.
I'd also avoid giving me concerned looks.
Mr. Draper, I hope you've noticed I'm a discreet person.
I don't know you at all, and this is personal, and it's not up for discussion. I'm at the Roosevelt if there's an emergency.
My oldest just turned 30. She's had a string of bad beaux. It's very upsetting.
Dress rehearsal, Freddy. I'll do introductions. Jeff Harding's wife just had a baby.
Oh, boy or girl?
That's good.
I just got a brand new Samsonite silhouette. And I love the silhouette because it's a Samsonite. So I know we're gonna go lots of places together. See lots of things. Collect a lifetime of memories. Well, shouldn't the artwork come first?
What about unveiling it? You know how excited they get. What the hell, Freddy?
What? What were we talking about? Two types of travelers.
Freddy, do you have another pair of trousers here?
Why?
Just pissed yourself, my guy.
Oh, Jesus.
Pee yourself and you don't know.
Wait a minute. I gotta think.
Nah, these dudes is not okay, bro.
Is he dead?
How about you do something?
Passed out.
You're standing there like a bunch of idiots and not
fine.
checking on him. You just fall asleep.
They're off from Colorado. I guess I could push it until tomorrow, book them another night at the Carlisle. Should I just cancel it?
I should talk to Dawn.
That's not necessary. I can handle this.
We'll tell them Freddy's sick. It's true.
I'll go to reception. You two go to the conference room and act like you've been waiting. But don't look mad. Someone tell Freddy's girl it's canceled. I don't want him wandering in.
Man is obviously sick. They just left him there.
That's it for today.
Why does it seem like they all know? All that piss in his shoe.
How often do you come in here?
Not that often.
What's wrong, Red?
Why is everybody crying over this
Yes,
hoe,
just
bro?
another frivolous secretary.
It's a terrible tragedy. But that woman's a stranger.
Exactly.
Roosevelt. I hated him, but I felt like I knew him.
A lot of people felt like they knew her. You should be sensitive to that.
Hey.
Bruh, if y'all don't get y'all crazy ass selves out of here. Talking to, yo, Marilyn Monroe was known for, she was known for being, she's the OG hoe, man. She's the OG hoe, bro. Everybody knows this. I guess they didn't know. I guess they didn't know. This woman was sleeping with everybody practically. Any high status man that was out there was hitting Marilyn Monroe. She was being passed around Hollywood like a piece of meat. Like, even I know that, and I did not grow up in the US. And I knew that before I came here. Because Marilyn Monroe was like propped up as like the most beautiful woman in the world. And all of this other stuff. And this was back in the 60s, bruh. Women were crying over Marilyn. People, I'm talking about people that didn't know her personally. You know what I'm saying? You're not family. That's why I'm so, like, irate about it, because I'm like, y'all don't even know this woman. You don't know her. You get what I'm trying to say? It's also kind of like this is the thing, right? When I'm talking about in real life, because there's stuff that happens in, you know, watching a TV show or whatever. You get, you know what I'm saying, you get so attached to characters, you know, something might happen to them in the show. You feel some sort of way. Tears might, you know what I'm saying, fall. Whatever situation. This has happened to me. It's happened to many people around me. Me crying over somebody I don't know, you'll never see that happen in real life. Not with me. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's like this. It's especially when you know that that person did not lead a good life. It's kind of like with, you know, how I see people crying and tearing up over the Black Panther 2 trailer that came out. And some people were getting flack because they weren't crying about the trailer because Chadwick passed away, right? It was tragic, but I didn't know Chadwick. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they expect all black people to cry now because Chadwick Boseman passed away and they're making a Black Panther 2 movie? Like, it's insane to me, bro. I'm not saying, like, I have a very humanistic view of life in general. I don't like to see life lost. But when somebody dies and you know why they died, you know, Chadwick was battling cancer and then nobody knew. You know what I'm saying? Except his close family. Like, he hid that. You know what I mean? He hid that. Did so many movies. A whole stretch of movies he did battling cancer. And nobody knew he was battling cancer, which I don't know how he kept that a secret. Either way, I can understand how people can relate to him. Not knocking that. But this situation right here, where I don't think I would cry for that situation with Chadwick. I don't think I would cry. Maybe when I watch the movie, maybe there's something there that will probably make me tear up. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Depends on how they do the movie and how they honor him, right? Because you do feel some sort of connection to that character, right? But to the person themselves, I have no connection. If you're close to him and you knew him and whatever, that's fine. Celebrities, whatever. I'm talking about regular people that I know, neighbors over here that don't know the dude. You know what I'm saying? They just know he played Black Panther, T'Challa. That's it. Now, you know, feel however you want to feel. That's just not me. In this situation, Marilyn Monroe don't deserve these tears. Not from people, not from strangers. She don't deserve. Let me shut up. Let me shut up, bro, because it's insane to me sometimes when I see this stuff where it's like, okay, I'm a huge basketball fan, right? I'm a huge basketball fan. Literally grew up watching basketball. Basketball is my favorite sport to watch, even to this day. Still follow the sport, still watch it religiously, right? And Kobe Bryant passed away. I didn't shed a tear. The man was a legend. You know, it meant a lot to basketball. He did his thing as a basketball. You know what I'm saying? Heard of the stuff that he did outside of basketball. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the biggest Kobe fan, but I appreciate what he did for basketball. What he did in basketball is untouchable. You get what I'm saying? He did his thing, 5 championship, all this stuff, blah, 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 right? But when I see strangers, people that never knew him, funeral, fine, bunch of celebrities, whatever. When I see regular people are crying for Kobe, I'm just like, did you have that kind of connection with somebody you don't know? Like, how does that work? you know what I mean? Is like, I'm talking about, like, how does that work? And it's a little weird for me because I'm talking from my perspective, and maybe I've always tried to understand, how people can have that kind of connection to someone that they don't know. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, it just comes off as weird to me. To each his own. I'm not, what I'm saying? I'm not blaming you for crying or anything like that. Cry how you want to do that. Feel how you want to feel. But I need to understand where that connection comes from. You don't know this person. You get what I'm saying? Like, you don't know. I feel like when you actually spend some time, it's kind of like spending time with a character in a TV show, and that person died. I can understand why a person would be crying over something like that, because you've spent time with that character. You don't know them personally, right? But you spent time to know that person, like know the ins and outs of what they do. You've only seen people like Kobe, Marilyn Monroe in what they do. You get what I'm trying to say? So I guess it's kind of understandable why people would cry over Kobe, but I guess it's just weird to me why people would cry over Marilyn Monroe. Why are women crying over Marilyn Monroe? Why was she this standard? I guess that's what's really ticking me off, because I'm like, she was notoriously a hoe, bro. Like, why are you shedding tears over this person that lived their life and whatever, dude. Let's get back to it. I don't have the time. Be sad.
One day you'll lose someone who's important to you.
How is Marilyn Monroe important to you?
It's very painful.
How is this person important to you that you need to lay on the couch and cry? The women gather and they're crying over.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Listen, she called my office.
She did? When?
Monday. You said you didn't want me here, and then you do.
I didn't want them involved in this.
Obviously, that's impossible. What do you want to do? I mean, how long is this going to go on? We have to tell them something. I'm working on an account. They're putting me up in Philadelphia, but I'll be home every weekend.
Jesus, did you just think that up?
Or I could just come home.
She don't know what she wants, because she can only accuse you of it.
I'm not going to talk you into it.
I thought you can talk anyone into anything.
Oh, really? That's what you want him to do? Use his work to convince you? Fuck out of here.
Peggy,
Hello, Freddy.
how'd it go yesterday?
I left word with Abigail. They loved it.
Good, good. I was thinking about letting you talk anyway.
Freddy, it's over. There's no reason to talk about it.
Of course. Did they ask about me?
We told them you were sick.
That's good. So, on Monday, when they get back to Colorado, I'll give them a call, sew things up.
That's a great idea.
It's a beautiful day. I'm going to take the children out again. Is that good?
Whatever they want.
There's some very subtle things about this show that I like.
20 years, you know.
I really don't want to talk about this.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
You know what else?
Obviously.
Splash cold water on your face and go outside. You notice things are right where you left them.
No, before everybody jumps in the comment section talking about, oh, I'm, you know what I'm saying, I'm advocating for Don. No, I've been on record multiple times talking about how much of an idiot he is for cheating on Betty, for doing all the things that he did. And he should have been kicked out a long time ago. But the fact of the matter is, you can't just say that you suspect he's cheating. Bring the evidence. The evidence will give you leverage. You get what I'm saying? The evidence will give you leverage in the relationship to do whatever you want to do. But at the end of the day, you don't have any evidence. So your attitude doesn't match the situation because you're acting out of what? Instinct? You get what I'm trying to say? Like, he's here saying, either let me come home or find an excuse to tell the kids, because the kids are realizing that I'm not coming home at night. We need to find something to tell them. You don't have, it's like you didn't think this through. You're not trying to figure out what's going on. It's like, that's why Don is asking her, what do you want? Like, I've been out of the house for how long now? Like, we need to figure out what's going on, because we can't just keep doing this. I can't just keep paying for a hotel or whatever. Tell me what you want. You want a divorce? What do you want? You know what I mean? Something gotta give.
Oh.
Well, Don, I'm afraid we have some bad news. We were on the launch pad yesterday for Samsonite, and Freddy Rumson pissed his pants.
He's talking about a wet pair of pants.
Really? How'd the presentation go?
Don, it's conduct unbefitting.
Of Freddy Rumson?
We have to cut him loose.
Is that
Are you
necessary?
The man's a
serious?
train wreck.
We at least need to get him off this account. They called already. They're thrilled with Peggy.
No, I don't want him on any of my accounts.
Don't throw him under the bus because of
Thank you for
this?
bringing this to our attention.
Wow. They don't even check
I'm
to
not
see
doing
if there's
any
something
favors
wrong
keeping
with
him
him, or...
I don't think it's in my contract that Duck can fire someone in my department.
You don't have a contract. And I can fire anyone I want to. We really don't have a choice. You can still get him to give blood.
So they think it's nerves?
We'll say it's a 6-month leave of absence, so you can go for the cure.
You'll know what that means.
Have you seen Sarah Beth lately?
I think so. Monday, maybe?
That's good news. I'm glad she came.
Why?
Nothing. You know what? The three of us should go to lunch and have some fun. It'll cheer her up.
It's a great idea.
Thursday? Cafe Soleo in Old Town.
Well,
1
that's
o'clock.
great. Let's
I'll
go
pick up
out
the
with the guy that has a
See you then.
crush on me. That's... Yeah, that's always a great idea.
Too bad Freddy made his donation yesterday.
He's a real whiz in advertising.
Jesus! What are you doing? Can't you find something else to do besides dining on the drama of other people's lives like a bunch of teenage girls?
Sorry, Don, it's funny.
Truth to tell, I was a little nervous. I've never given one of those funny speeches before.
The thing about it is this: even if you're so nervous to the point where you piss yourself, if that's the case, because immediately my instinct is something is wrong, because grown people don't just piss themselves like that, even when you're nervous. You get what I'm saying? For a meeting, like, he's been doing this for years. Like, why now? You get what I'm saying? So the situation doesn't necessarily call for me to be that way with him. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he should lose his job over this because it was one incident. He could be sick and not know that he's sick.
When you say what you don't mean.
Freddy, we've reached a decision. You're going to take a 6-month leave of absence.
Isn't the embarrassment enough?
Full salary, you dry out, come back, we'll see where we are.
Clients love me. I keep up with them.
Freddy, my father would have fired you for this.
Your father drank more than the two of you put together. He used to come in with his shirt on inside out. Well, I guess you get dealt the hand you get dealt, right?
Send off Freddy? I had to send off Freddy.
Come on. I've been in your particular situation. I heard you chaired the blood drive. Where are you, the Stanhope? The Biltmore?
Roger.
She kick you out? You leave?
There's nothing to talk about.
All I'm going to say is, do you want to be right or do you want to be married? I know marriage isn't a natural state, but you do it.
Why?
No.
The kids.
Look who's here.
It isn't the man in the gray flannel suit.
What the hell is that for? Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm sure it's not the first time he's been punched in the face.
Hey, Floyd. How'd I do?
I'd like to stay and get all sentimental with you, but gotta go and give a Chinaman a music lesson. Wanna watch how I do it? Unzipping the fly and everything?
Go to hell.
No, I don't feel bad at all.
That's the problem.
I mean, sometimes.
You fall in love?
That'd be easier. Then I know what to do. You have to move forward. As soon as you can figure out what that is.
2 coronaries.
The Samsonite people are thrilled.
Oh, that's good to hear.
They've requested that you be reassigned as the copywriter on their account.
That's good.
You know, I really don't like walking into an ambush from Duck and Pete Campbell.
I don't know why anyone had to know about that.
Even me.
No, of course you, but I just thought that.
Don't feel bad about being good at your job.
I wish it hadn't happened this way. You couldn't keep your mouth shut.
Mr. Campbell.
Do you know what you did to Freddie Rumson?
For just cause.
You didn't have to tell Dawn.
You told on Mr. Rumson.
Do you mind?
If it wasn't for him, I'd still be a secretary.
If it wasn't for me, you'd still be a junior copywriter. I refuse to feel bad. We're going to get raises. You could get his office.
Congratulations, Pete.
Wow. Ain't that a bitch?
Bet he didn't say you'd be joining us.
I hope I'm not intruding. She thought it'd be fun.
It will be. It's a gin and tonic. Nothing special.
It's perfect.
What's it with this guy and old ladies, bro?
I don't even know what to say to you.
About what?
Don't act innocent. He's leaving me for a secretary.
Roger?
He's in love, and you said it was great.
Mona, I didn't say anything.
It's your life. You have to move forward.
He said that.
Mona, I didn't mean it that way.
25 years of marriage.
Yo, he just left his wife for Joan?
Don't make me make a scene. You can talk to Margaret.
Margaret? Oh yeah, his daughter.
Listen, Don, I can explain. I want her off my desk.
So, hold on. Wasn't it him hold on. They were in the bar. I'm pretty sure it was him that said that to him. When the two of them was talking by themselves. He said you just gotta move on. Move forward, right? So it was Don that said it to him. So he left his wife for the secretary? I thought he was talking about Joan. I thought he was talking about Joan, dude.
Well, I didn't mean it that way.
I can't believe this douche. You idiot. This dude is an idiot. What? Why would you do that? Listen, man, I've seen some crazy stuff in TV show of people making stupid decisions, but this one probably takes the cake. This man is going to leave his wife, right? He's gonna leave his wife for the secretary. How long has it been? Maybe 2 weeks? I didn't even know. I think he just maybe kept her and nothing happened, but it seems like they've been doing something, it seems. And the funny thing about it is, like, earlier in the episode, earlier in the episode, Joan said to him, it's like, someday you're gonna lose somebody and it's gonna hurt. You know what I'm saying? That's funny that by the end of this episode he actually lost somebody. This is insane. So this episode was, it's one of those episodes where when you think about what's going on, you know, for the most part, when it comes on to Don's character and him trying to get back home, Betty don't want him home, and all of this other stuff, and I'm like, Betty, you need some proof. And as I said, if I was in Don's shoes, as in I was cheating, and you know what I'm saying, she's telling me, and she don't have no evidence that I'm cheating, but she suspects that I'm cheating. No, you're gonna have to present me with some evidence, because I'm gonna stand my ground until you can provide that evidence. It's not gonna be, oh, you need to come out of your house. I live here. I pay the rent. I pay for this. I pay for all of this. Don't tell me where to be. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I think she needs to get herself some proof, because as I said, evidence is going to provide leverage for you in this situation, because Don can get tired of the whole thing, you not making up your mind, and decide to come home. Then what? Then they're gonna say, oh, you're in an abusive situation, as these women are today, right? It's just one of those things where I'm not taking Don's side, but I'm telling you how I would do it. You get what I'm saying? Because it's not torture for you. You suspect something, you have no proof, so you're operating on fallacy, pretty much. You get what I'm saying? You are operating on a variable that's not defined. You get what I'm saying? Like, you are thinking that that's what's going on because somebody tells you that that's what's going on. You get what I'm trying to say? Like Jimmy tell you, and that's the reason why Don punched him in the face. It's just like, dude, I'm pretty sure you're out here sleeping with other women too, and he just knows this, but he felt some sort of way. And that's the thing about men. Men are very territorial, because even if they are cheating, they're still territorial over the woman that, you know what I'm saying, that they're, you know, that they give their resources to. So it is what it is. That's just how the majority of high status men, that's how they operate. Look at the story that just came out the other day with Adam Levine, and you know what I'm saying, he's got a wife. I think he got 2 kids and 1 on the way, and some Instagram model or whatever the situation felt some sort of way and tried to out him. And I think it was like a few days after, or a week after, the wife came out and was like, I know that he does this. You know what I'm saying? And that's not, you know, she felt like she needed to address this, because that's the thing. The thing about it is this: what you hear out there in the media and stuff like that is going on right now, where they're telling you that high value men exercise their options, whatnot. Listen, I'm not on board with that, but it does happen. It's the truth. It's the truth. High value men don't normally have just one woman. That's why you see all of these top billionaires and stuff like that. They're getting divorced because of, you know, maybe the wife got fed up of it, but they know that these men are, they're not only for them, because some young girl sees a billionaire, whatever, and all of this, you know, pussy's been thrown at you. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for you to resist. And I think that's a testament to a man's will when it comes on to that stuff. If you do resist, that's the true test for men when they get into marriage, is to not cheat. That's the true test. It's crazy to me, you know what I mean, that we're watching the show and I'm seeing all these similarities, and this was back in the 60s. You know what I'm saying? The show wasn't created in the 60s, but it's emulating a lot of the stuff that used to happen in the 60s. You know what I'm saying? And you know what the funny thing is? A lot of times when you talk to certain people, they reference the 50s and they say, oh, this is not the 50s and the 60s, and bruh. You know what I mean? It's a situation like this, right? Where I see Don for who he is, and I also can criticize Betty as well. Now, Betty, she's right to suspect him, but you can't just say somebody do something, bring some evidence, catch him in the act, plan it out, hire a PI, something, you know what I'm saying, in secret or something, so that you can have some leverage, because you can't just accuse him of this, because a lot of times men are going to deny it, especially if the woman or the wife don't know. You get what I'm saying? They're going to deny it because you have no proof. But he's still staying away, which kind of like, you know, admitting guilt, in my opinion. By him staying away, you're admitting guilt. You know what I mean? And he came, you know, daughter's asking for him, and he's saying to her, tell me what you want to do, because I can't, we're not going to keep doing this. You get what I'm saying? You know, even Don was trying to, the way how he's describing it, and he's like, you know what, I feel some sort of relief, because even though she don't really know, like, you know, the truth, she just suspects it. You know what I mean? I feel relief, you know, because it's the keeping up of the lies. You know what I'm saying? That's what he feels relief from. It's like, you know, I can breathe a little bit better now, because I'm not wondering, hey, is Betty gonna catch me doing this or whatever. You know what I mean? And this is just, it's insane, dude. It is. And there's no doubt in my mind that eventually Betty is either, it's one of the two things I feel like is gonna happen. Either Betty's gonna take him back into the house and be disgruntled, not really do anything for him, and she's gonna be a terrible wife to him, or she's gonna cheat and try to make it even, and that's not gonna go down well for Don, with Don. That's what I'm thinking, but hey, I could be wrong. But either way, nobody is safe in this show from criticism, from, you know, especially about their character, because you know, Pete has his issues, Peggy got her issues, I got issues with all the main characters in the show. They're all terrible. They're all terrible. They're not like absolutely horrid human beings, because they're not out here, you know what I'm saying, taking lives or anything. But Jesus, man, they lie so much to themselves. It's insane how much they lie to themselves. Even the situation with this dude that pissed himself, like, I don't feel like he deserves, Freddy did not deserve to lose his job over him pissing himself. Yes, it could happen in a meeting, blah blah blah, whatever, be the joke of the town, but it's a one-off thing. It's not like this is a continuous thing. Like, I guess they can't take the risk, I get it, but you know what I'm saying? Like, he needs to go get himself checked out. It could be all the drinking that he's doing. For him to do that, you know what I'm saying? For him to do that and not even knew that he did it, and then just sit down and then just falls asleep like that, you need to go see a doctor, sir. That you are not well. Let's just say that you are not well. But in any case, I don't believe he deserves to lose his job over that. But, you know, you might disagree. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Leave a like, man. This show really does put a lot of things to the forefront that I did not expect to talk about, kind of like The Sopranos, in that way. But here we are talking about it. The dynamic between men and women in this show is it's insanely accurate, to say the least. You know what I mean? So, anyways, thank you guys so much. I appreciate y'all, man. Leave a like, leave a comment, and I will catch you guys later, man. Peace.